everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Yeonni. This week's video, I just wanted to make a cute, short, casual video on my self-isolation favorites. I've seen this kind of video all around YouTube recently because even though we're in self-isolation and things are kind of uncertain in the world right now, the best thing we can do is really try to make the best of our everyday, re-engage in that self-care. And yeah, I mean, favorites videos are pretty quintessential here on YouTube. I don't need to explain what they are. These are things that I've been enjoying during these recent times, and let me share them with you. First things first, obviously I'm no hipster here. My first favorite is Animal Crossing, and this game I was really resistant on playing or buying because I'm not really a gaming person. Who would have thought that I would be home so many more hours, and who would have thought like any of this would have happened, right? And I mean, first of all, I got the Switch Lite. It was really difficult getting this because I know it's sold out everywhere, so I got very lucky. And I put a sticker. It's a cat in a ramen. I'll link the artist in my description down below. I don't remember what her name is off the top of my head. She makes really beautiful art and also really cute art of her cat Walter. This is Walter. It's so cute. I'm such a fan. And then I bought this clear case from Amazon just because I have really clammy hands and I didn't want to, you know, get this all dirty and whatnot, and I like how clean and sleek it looks. Anyway, this is my Switch Lite and I've been really enjoying playing Animal Crossing. I think I enjoy it because sometimes like there's just too many hours in the day and I don't really know what to do with it. I don't feel like reading anymore. I've done my errands for the day, and it's just been really nice kind of diving into another world where my biggest concerns are like, what fish am I gonna catch, or if a tarantula comes at me, what am I gonna do? Really putting my makeup on, getting dressed up for the day. I know I don't have to, but I think for me, getting up in the morning, putting on even a little bit of makeup, putting on some earrings and putting something cute on has really made me feel, I don't know, a sense of normalcy in a way. It makes me feel more productive. I'm wearing jeans right now and I really don't have to be, but it makes me feel less lazy and made me feel better about myself. And if I have even like one task to do during the day, I feel more productive doing it. So I've been, you know, playing around with makeup, trying different looks. I don't know if you can see any difference with my makeup today because I'm not really good at it, but that's the whole point. Like, who cares if I'm good at it or not? It makes me feel good. So I've been doing that. I've been playing around with my hair. I don't know if you can see, but this is definitely not my actual hair. Clearly, my hair is not this long. And I wanted to feature it in today's video actually because this hairpiece has been so much fun to play around with. A few weeks ago, I agreed to do a YouTube video with INH Hair, and I'm gonna insert a clip here right now of me trying it on. So this is the bag that the hairpiece comes in. It's purple and really cute. And when you look at the hairpiece, you can see that there is a comb and this kind of Velcro side piece that'll wrap around your ponytail. I wasn't entirely sure what kind of hairstyle I wanted to attempt, so I attempted a Bella Hadid / Ariana Grande sort of a look. Attempt is the key word here. When I was speaking with the INH Hair reps, they let me know that this Mia hairpiece was actually used in Ariana Grande's In My Head music video, so I guess that's pretty cool. And yeah, I'm trying to show you that the tips of my hair color have changed, and that's because I used super cheap box dye during quarantine to try to fix my hair. If you need help color matching, then all you have to do is DM INH Hair on Instagram, and they're actually really responsive through Instagram DMs. And there's a quick before. It was cute, but we're going for glam. So I am stabbing the comb into the base of my ponytail and making sure that that's secure, and then wrapping this velvet tightly around the base of my ponytail. I think it's good to take it slow and make sure that it is best adhered to the top of your head. And then taking a bobby pin to secure the last piece onto the base of my head. This long horsetail hair on the top of my head, feeling very Ariana Grande right here. And even if the tips of my hair were a different color, because there's so much hair in this hairpiece, it actually blends pretty well. And you can accessorize your hair any way you'd like to. I decided to add a hair clip, and there we go. Okay, welcome back. Let me start with the cons, that way we can end with the pros. So the first con is this hairpiece does tangle quite easily. I actually received this hairpiece close to a month ago, so about a few weeks ago, and I tried putting it on a few times and practicing, And you know, a good brush through is gonna fix it. It's not that big of a deal, but I'm thinking if you wear this outside for an extended period of time, you're gonna have to carry a brush with you because this does tangle quite easily. Number two is it's a bit of a learning curve to put it on. It's not as easy as, you know, 1, 2, 3. I mean, it is easy as in like you clip it in, you wrap it around, and you bobby pin the end. The instructions are easy, but the execution isn't as easy. As you can see, if you have little alfalfa hair pieces, like baby pieces like I do, you'll need hairspray most likely to get this down. And another thing I noticed is that you have to make sure when you originally tie your own hair, it has to be tied really, really tight. That way the clip doesn't fall off. But those are really the only cons I experienced. And talking about the pros of this hair, honestly for the price, it is really good quality hair. I am the self-proclaimed cheap hair extensions from Amazon queen. That's a really long title. I've worn hair extensions for years, and the really cheap ones on Amazon. For $30-ish that this was, I was really surprised by how much hair they give you. It's really thick. Like, you'll only need this to get the full look. When I've gotten Ariana Grande extensions from Amazon before, I've had to buy like 2 to 3 wefts to make it even look like I have a full head of hair. The second thing I like about this hair is that it's a really, really quick way to change up your look, essentially. I'm the type of person who always tends to have my hair down. You can see in all of my video thumbnails, I like my hair down and straight all the time. It's a bit boring, but when you have a hairpiece like this, you're definitely making a statement. It's very, very different. It's been a lot of fun to just change up my look and see what I would look like as like the Asian Ariana Grande. I don't know, it's a lot of fun. But even right now with this, I just keep like swishing my hair around, and it's fun. That's what it is. So INH Hair, I'll have some links in the description box down below if you want to check it out. Thank you INH Hair for sending me your Mia hairpiece. I've been having way too much fun with it. I've been reading a lot more than usual. Last year around September or October-ish, I really started to re-engage in reading as a form of self-care, and I've really enjoyed that. I recently shared my top, is it 5 books? 4 books? Books that'll help with your anxiety and getting your mind kind of off reality a little bit. I'll link that in the description box below if you want to check that out. But besides those 4 books, recently, the past month, the books that I have been reading are these 3. This is Elizabeth Gilbert's City of Girls. This is Dr. Lindy's Danger to Self, and the third one is The Road Less Traveled. This is the one I'm reading right now. I'm like a third of it through. It's very logical and philosophical at the same time, and breaks down concepts like love, what it means to grow spiritually, and it's just really a fascinating read. It feels like textbook topics but explained in a very novel way, so it's pretty easy to read, but it's really interesting. Not done with that yet, but these 2 I have finished reading. This one is called Danger to Self, on the front line with an ER psychiatrist. Dr. Paul R. Lindy is the author, and it is literally what it says. So this is one of the best books I've ever read in my life, especially because being an ER psychiatrist is, the experience of an ER psychiatrist is something that I clearly don't have, and many people don't really understand what it's like living that life, doing that job. And Dr. Lindy, he really shows, like, he takes the reader to his experiences, what he saw, what he experienced as an ER psychiatrist in like when he was working in like prisons, when he was working in hospitals, what it was like when he was doing his residency in med school, and what it's like now, many years later, still doing his job, why he does it, what he's learned from it, what were the most difficult circumstances that he's been in. It's really cool because as a mental health care provider, I've always wondered what it would be like to work in certain environments. I mean, I have experience working at a nonprofit with seniors, at a small medical center, at substance use settings, but I've never worked in like an ER department in a hospital. I've never worked in prisons, where there's many levels of needs that these certain clients have, whether it's involvement with the criminal justice system or severe mental illness. So I always wondered what that would be like, and this book was an amazing way to gain some insight onto what it's like being in a professional in that field. It was a really eye-opening and scary and stark book, but written from the perspective of a super competent and empathetic doctor who cares so much about all of his clients, who cared and continues to care so much about his clients and his field. Sorry, I got too into that book because I really liked it. And last but not least is City of Girls by Elizabeth Gilbert. This was another book that was recommended by Jen Im because she recommended the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo book, which I really, really enjoyed, and she said that if people enjoyed that book, they should try out this book, which is exactly what I did. And just being honest, I didn't enjoy this book as much as the 7 Husbands of Evelyn Hugo. I think it's because the format was really similar how the book is written, so it's kind of like this felt too similar to Evelyn Hugo. So all of like the, oh my god, I can't believe this is happening, like wow, I already experienced that through the Evelyn Hugo book, so this one just kind of felt like, I don't know, like a B-tier remake of the Evelyn Hugo book. So I mean, it's still a great book, so, and if you haven't read the Evelyn Hugo book, maybe check this one out first, and maybe the effect will be reversed if you check out Evelyn Hugo afterwards. But I still would recommend to kind of get your mind off reality. It's an interesting world, definitely. The 4th thing I've been appreciating while being at home is trying to make routines for myself, and a part of that routine for me is making coffee. This one looks a little weird because we don't have agave at home, and agave doesn't seem like the most essential thing to have to go buy. So I melted some Hershey Kisses chocolates to try to make it into like a mocha. It didn't really work out, but it's still okay. Anyway, making coffee for myself in the mornings has really important ritual for me where I start off my mornings with a cup of coffee. It's like a nice little treat to get my day started. It makes me feel productive, makes me feel right at home. It gets me excited to one day be able to leave the house and walk into a cafe and order an iced latte and sit there and read and like people watch and work and all of that good self-isolation day activities. And last but not least, I've been really enjoying making YouTube videos. I have a few videos I've already filmed and edited, and that's ready to be published whenever I want to publish them. But I think it's been really fun being able to really fully dive into my hobby, which is making videos like this and trying new things out. And it's been a really good form of self-care. It's been really fun, and I'm really glad that I've been able to have more time to do this. Yeah, so those have been my self-isolation, staying at home favorites in the past few weeks. I've been just taking things slow, making sure that I'm checking in with myself every day, that I'm not too anxious about things going on. You know, with all of this fun stuff that I mentioned, I've also been obviously like looking for jobs and, you know, applying for unemployment, doing a lot of adult stuff that needs to be done, but it's always a balancing act. So it's been a good balance of doing the adult stuff that I need to cater to, and then, you know, when I'm done with all of that, I can treat myself by reading a book, by playing Animal Crossing, by playing with my makeup and hair, and just having a good time. So I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did like it, please give it a thumbs up. I hope you have an absolutely wonderful day. I hope you're staying safe and healthy, taking care of yourself mentally, physically, emotionally, and all that good stuff. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye!